Okay, guys, this is Sensei Ali here. Everybody knows me. Okay, today we're going to get into Kyusho Principles number 1. Okay, this workshop, and it should be a very, very good workshop. And so we'll begin with a prayer in the name of God, most gracious, most merciful. Please keep us all safe in this workshop and no further injuries. Okay, amen. All right, you can have a seat. Okay, we're going to begin with the belt ceremony. Okay, this is basically giving the black belts to the students. I'm going to start off with the first black belt for Mestura. Can you just come forward? Okay. Sarah? Rosanna? Maybe come right here. Isaac? And you don't need to do all these individual pictures, just as a group. Rishi? There? Okay, and Herbert? Okay, so you have a Shojutsu badge. Put on your jacket or bag or something. And then this is your certificate. Okay, basically, just to give you the explanation, this is an official Japanese certificate. Okay, this came from Japan, but printed here in Malaysia. Designed in Japan. The left side is in English, the right side here is in Japanese. It's a certificate. This is your name in Japanese. This is your title, first Dan Black Belt. All this little explanation is here. The Kyusho Jutsu Malaysia, this is the date, okay, March 27th. And this is Kyusho Jutsu Malaysia. And then this is for my sensei, my shop, my other shop here. Okay, so I'll present this to you. Maybe take a picture over here. Just turn it back over here. Okay, take it back there. Okay, guys. Okay, put it down. I just want to say a short word. It's a tremendous honor to have a black belt. It's a great achievement that you guys have worked hard for. Be proud of this black belt. Now, something very special with your black belts that I don't have and Mary doesn't have is has the Kyusho Jutsu World logo. Okay, got the permission from Grandmaster Art Mason to put the logo on the belts. Okay, so it has actually two organizations, Kyusho Jutsu Malaysia and Kyusho Jutsu World. All right, so that's a very good honor. So now I'm going to just pause the video for a minute. And then you guys can put on the black belts, and then we'll take some more pictures. Okay. Okay. These are my first black belt students. Everybody can take a bow.
Let go.
Push that. Okay. Right there. Okay, guys, we're going to start the workshop. The first page that I've got here is basically, this is the 15+1 principles of Kyusho Jutsu, based from Grandmaster Art Mason. Now, actually, I have heard him say there are 22 principles.
20.
But he's only given so far 15. So I want to email him one day and ask him, okay, what are the other ones that you didn't add on your list? Now, some of these principles, actually, we have covered before. Okay? Maybe you don't realize it, but you're going to realize it today. So there's not too many new things here. Now, the first one is attack along the meridian. The ones that I underlined are the ones that we will be covering today, though. There's the second one, using cycle of destruction. Okay, if you guys remember when you helped me with my first look at metal and fire and wood and all that. Then number 3, using yin and yang. Number 4, correct body mechanics. The previous workshop, what was the title? Kyusho body mechanics. Okay, so that workshop covered that principle. 5, tempo. Tempo is speed. How you're going to hit. Using the 24-hour diurnal cycle. 7, correct stance. Okay. Some of those things we've covered before, but I won't go into detail now. 8, color. Color we'll be doing today. 9, sound. Sound we'll be doing today. 10, cycle of emotions. Stacking elements. Minor microcosmic orbit. Quadrant theory. We did quadrant theory before. Directional energy. We did directional energy in the energy workshop. If you remember, we're sending energy in through certain directions. Okay, that's directional energy. Vibrational energy transfer. And alarm points we'll be doing today. Okay, any questions? So, first one we're going to get to is called the cycle of destruction. Now, this principle you will find in Chinese systems, traditional Chinese medicine, acupuncture, all those different things. Basically, in simplicity, you have 5 elements. We've got fire, metal, wood, earth, and water. Okay, and how it works is basically, if you take the first one, we've got fire. Okay, if you remember, fire melts metal. Okay, if I have metal, okay, gold for example, silver, to melt it, we need fire. Okay, so fire melts metal, and then metal chops wood. Okay, if I want to cut down that tree, I can use a chainsaw or I can use an axe. Okay, so the metal chops the wood. Okay, and then wood penetrates the earth. Okay, a tree has roots. The roots goes down to the earth. So wood penetrates the earth. And earth dams the water. Okay, you think of a little beaver. Okay, they can make a dam and the water cannot flow. Okay, so earth dams the water. Okay, and then water, start back in the cycle. Water quenches fire. Okay, so water, we're going to find out later, water is the most powerful element. Okay, but we'll discuss that after. Now, the next page has a little chart. Now, every element is assigned, every meridian is assigned an element. Okay, so for example, for fire, we have 4 fire meridians. We've got heart, pericardium, triple warmer, and small intestine. So there's 2 yin meridians and then 2 yang meridians. Now metal, there's lung and large intestine. And if you actually realize from my guide here, I've got it all color coded. So the metals here, you've got lung and large intestine, I put in silver. Okay, so this is the reason why I did all the different colors here. Okay, one is always with one element, you always have a yin and a yang. Okay, always remember that. There will be a yin and a yang. Okay, when we go into yin and yang, I'm going to discuss about yin meridians and yang meridians. But I don't want to go in detail into it here now because we're doing cycle of destruction. Now, wood, you have liver and gallbladder. Gallbladder is yang and liver is yin. Earth, you've got stomach and spleen. Okay, if you have your phone, you can look at the PDF. Too easy. Or Mara, sit over there. Oh, you guys can look at the same sheet.
I have my phone too.
Okay, so then Raj can see, and Mommy and Fierce can see. Okay, earth, you've got stomach and spleen. One is yang, one is yin. Water, you have bladder and kidney. One is yang and one is yin. Okay, this chart basically, you need to memorize. Okay? You need to remember. Any question, guys? Question? Mary? Question? No? Yes? Light bulb went on?
One light.
Okay. By the end of the day, there'll be 4. Okay, now, the striking actions for the elements. Okay, now, if you think fire, let's say my shirt is on fire, what's the logical thing, like the first thing that comes to you, how to put it out?
Take a picture.
You take a selfie?
Fire.
No,
Yeah.
you slap it. This is how you put out fire. Okay? So,
Fire.
we use the knife hand for that.
How's this that?
Okay? Metal is a vibration, we use the backhand. Okay? If you do that to yourself, be careful, you'll feel like your hand will like bounce a bit. Okay? You get a vibration sound. Okay, not a sound, but a vibrational feeling. And then wood, we use a rich hand for chopping. Okay? So this is for chopping. Earth, the weapon we use is open hand. Okay, like remember we do this W5 knockout?
Oh, yeah.
Go like this. Stomach is earth. So that's why I use this weapon. Okay? And water is grasping. Grasping basically, you would have your open hand open to close. Okay? So that's grasping.
Action.
Yeah, there's actually, all of it is going to have two-way action. Even if you look, the vibration is two-way action. This palm strike, two-way action. Everything is two-way action. Okay. Any questions so far? Okay, good. Moving right along. Now, what I want you guys to do is I want you to break up back into your groups. Okay, pair up. Now, keep recording. Maybe you two guys can be the demo camera. You guys can come up here. Everybody pair up. So as I'm explaining it, I want you guys to be doing it as well. Here's the here with Mummy, Mira. Okay, try to go up here. Keeping the camera angle there, camera view. Okay, Mira. So as I explained, okay, you guys can do it at the same time. So at the same time, instead of doing it after one by one. So now whenever an attack happens, when we did the punch, let's say he's coming to me with the punch, usually most of the time, like we cover 3 types of attacks. 3 types of punches. You have front punch, okay, you have the push, and then grab. Okay? That's the only 3 ways they can use their hands. Okay? Either push, punch, or grab. Right? Okay, the other one is if they want to come with you with a kick. Okay, that's different. But when he's coming to me with his hand, right now he's coming to me with fire and metal. The top here is metal, bottom is fire. Okay? So we know automatically there's always fire and metal. Okay? So now, what we're going to do is the UK has you in a grab hold. So who wants to be the UK? I guess you. Okay. Now, you guys grab. Everybody grab each other. Not each other, but one person is the UK. One person is grabbing. And
Yeah. Yes.
so what we want to do right now, we want to strike into the large intestine 10 point. Okay, on this side here. The Tory will strike into the large intestine point, large intestine 10 point of his attacker. Now, basic, what you got here? Maybe just maybe a little bit easier. Okay, then here. So, large intestine we know is metal.
Yes.
Okay, so we want to attack it with fire.
Oh.
Fire. Okay. fire melts metal, and then
Kalau full, terus
let me just borrow you for that direction. Okay. Use this now. Now. Okay. When I first started learning ninjutsu, okay, we learned to just hit. Okay, we don't know what we're hitting. Just hit the hand. It's in the way. Okay. Now I started learning Kyusho. Okay, I learned. Oh, there's a large testament point here. I hit that point now. I don't hit just randomly. I know where I'm hitting. So we moved up. Okay. Now I'm teaching you about fire and metal. So we know this is a metal. We're going to hit it with a fire. Okay. So now I'm hitting it with fire. So the pain will start to become more and more intense. Okay. And then I learned that there's yin and yang. Okay. We haven't covered that yet. So this large intestine is on the outside. Is yang. We want to hit on the inside of the palm. So here. Okay? So the pain will start to get more intense. And then, now I want to heat up my hand with the yin, and then start to hit it harder. So, and then now we try to add energy into it.
Yeah.
Okay? So you can see, what I'm trying to teach you guys is the transition stage that I went from learning going to higher levels. You learn how now to incorporate other things into your striking. Alright? So what I want you guys to do when you pair up, now don't worry about the yin and yang because we haven't covered it yet. Okay, but just thinking your hand now is on fire and you're striking this large intestine. Alright? So give it a try. Okay, I'm recording here. Okay, guys, grab again. Now, okay, one person is UK, one person is Tori. Who's who? Okay. So now what we want to do is we want to attack gallbladder 20 at the back. Okay, gallbladder basically is what is it? Wood.
This is metal, so it's wood. Oh.
What a guess, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we want to attack gallbladder 20. Wood. So what weapon? Or sorry, what is your cycle of destruction to get to the wood? Okay, and weapon? Bridgehead. Or you just said it just now, axe. Okay, so what we're going to do? Okay, grab a game. Okay, the previous drill, this all connects together. Okay, but except we're going to do a little change right now. He's going to use his other hand here, hook into his arm, and pull. Don't break it. And then you can step. Now you can get to the gallbladder 20 up here. Okay? Yes.
He's seeing stars.
Okay. So the reason we want to do this, okay? If you get to here, not easy. Okay? So I need to bend his body. Okay, now we can get in. If I do it this way, I can also get in. So it's up to you. You want
What
to
about his other hand?
both side also can. You want to get this side? Well, if you can now, you can actually combine the last drill. Okay, now we can attack actually metal. We got fire. Now we got metal and wood. So now we've got how many elements here?
4, 3.
3. Metal, fire, and wood. Okay, so we've got 3 elements we're playing. So if you want to make it easy, you already know this. So no need to go hard. Just do it. And as the UK, don't keep your hands stiff, or else he's gonna hit you hard. Just bend with it, and then go in. No need to do.
But how about his other hand? Can't
Okay,
you attack?
don't worry about that for now. Let's just practicing learning. Okay, so go in. And then now, also start to visualize you're coming in with an axe. Okay, this is not an arm, this is an axe. Yeah, but not today. Sure.
Then you
Okay.
can.
All right, so give it a try.
Kyusho got on.
Okay, so we got our UK, we got our Tory. Sorry, who's who again? Okay, so UK grabs. Now, one thing we need to factor in all this, where is he grabbing? Okay, if we look at our chip here, we got stomach here, we got lung here, and we got kidney here. These meridians. Kidney is water. Okay, stomach was earth, and lung is metal. So let's say he's grabbing on this side. Now he's grabbing into the lung point. Okay? So what that means, you can absorb the metal from your skin. Oh, sorry. Okay. So you can be absorbing his metal from his hand. That means you're now not just using your metal to strike, using two, his metal and your metal, so the axe becomes bigger. Okay? So this is one thing. And then if he's got you more closer to here, now he's tapping into your kidney. Water. Okay? Now I mentioned water, it's a very powerful element. Remember, water will put out fire. Okay? Water will rust metal. Right? And then water erodes the earth. And water will decay wood. So water you cannot
Mess around.
mess around with. Okay? So, but in our hand, do we have water?
He does.
How?
He sweats a lot.
That's the wrong water. Okay, so we can actually add water by lifting our foot. Okay, at the bottom of our foot, right here in the center, it's kidney 1. Kidney 1 is the same one that starts here and it ends here is kidney 27. So actually, if I want to strike with my right hand, I would lift my left foot. If I want to strike with my left hand, I lift my right foot. I lift the opposite. And what that's doing is setting a water imbalance to the other side. Okay? It's like, let's say you have a square basin. It's level with water. I lift up one side. Now all the water goes to the other side. So it becomes more heavier. So that's what we want to do basically. So we're going to use the same technique, okay, that we just did with the gallbladder 20. But this time, whichever, yeah. Okay, any questions? Okay, give it a try. You're up. Okay. Let me use you here. Now, we talk about stacking elements. Okay. So let's say we take a finger lock. Now, for now I'm going to use 2 fingers. But when we do the finger lock, right now these 2 fingers are what? This is metal. This is fire. Okay. But let's say if it's just metal. These are my fire fingers at the bottom here. These 3 is fire. These 2 is metal. Okay? You have large intestine and you have lung, pericardium, heart, small intestine. What's the other one? Yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay, so we grab with our fire. I don't have that. Okay, this is metal. I'm grabbing this metal finger. Okay, so I'm going to grab it with my fire. Okay, so this is called stacking the elements. Okay, okay, freezing. All right, all the same technique applies of the finger lock, but now we're following the cycle of destruction. Fire melts metal. Okay, now that's finger lock. The other one is a center lock. Okay, At the bottom, just check this right here. Okay, at the bottom of the hand is fire. Yes. What's the two meridians?
Heart and lung.
Heart is
Large
one.
intestine. What's that? Large intestine?
That's what I'm talking.
Lung? Or the heart?
Small intestine. So, what we want to do is when we do the second law, okay, never mind with the L for now, but basically we want to add our fire on top of his fire. Yeah, you ever heard the expression in English, fighting fire with fire?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so that's what we're doing. We're adding our fire into his fire to intensify the pain. Okay, so this is stacking the elements. All right. Okay, then the other one, you grab this side here. Okay. When someone does a shirt grab, okay, we take our fire finger here and connect to his pericardium. Okay, now we're pulling in his fire. So actually when you're resting your hand here, you can use it. A lot of this actually is connecting to the other principle about energy. Okay? So some of these things, until we get more and more developed for our energy, you won't feel much. Okay? But after time, this is what is actually happening. I'm using my fire to pull in his fire, connecting the fires together. Okay, and another thing we can do too is heart 8. I'm connecting it to his triple warmer. It's fire and fire. I'm pulling in his fire. My heart 8, actually when I put this here, can do the same thing as the pericardium. Okay? I'm pulling in the fire from his body. Okay? Putting like one fire on another fire, stacking. And the reason we want to stack is to make it more intense. Okay? Any questions? Okay, we won't need to do those things separately, but now, anyway, you guys can have a seat here for now. So on page 8, color trigger. Now, just now, we were, okay, let's say for example, stomach 5. Stomach is an earth element, okay? What do we need to attack earth with? Wood. Wood penetrates the earth, right? So wood attacks earth. Good. Okay, very good. Yes. And you guys? So this is actually a cheating system that you can get elements into your hand very easily. So how it works is your thumb is earth, then you have your index finger is wood, fire, metal, and water. So to get wood, I can take my earth, my thumb, and touch my index finger. This gives me wood. So actually, if I'm going for a stomach 5 knockout, best I touch these when I do the knockout, according to the cycle of destruction. Okay. One thing I'll make a mention. All these principles can be standalone, okay, or combined with other principles. Okay, I did with you two stomach 5 knockouts. I never touched here. Okay, but I think with the case of Amir, I did lung 5. I struck his lung 5 and lung 1.
Yeah.
That's actually the first principle, attacking along the meridian. Attacking along the meridian means I'm striking 2 points on the same meridian. For example, I strike large intestine 10 and I strike large intestine 20. That's attack along the meridian. Okay? Now, that worked for the knockout. I didn't need to get wood. Okay? So, these principles, you can use them individual or combine them for greater result. Maybe if I had touched my finger, then I could go for a level 3. could increase it. Maybe that's why I can only do level 2. Okay? These are things we need to think about afterwards. Okay? We need to analyze and understand so we can, get better. So what these principles are is basically, it's called cheating. Okay? It's not like, I'm copying the answer from somebody's paper. Okay? But basically, you're getting the elements you need in your hand. Now, the first is, if we put our index finger and thumb, we can get wood. If we take the middle finger and thumb, we can get fire. If we take the ring finger and thumb, we can get metal. And pinky and thumb, we can get water. And if I press all together, I have all the elements. All.
You might want to get both.
You get all. I have fire, metal, earth, water, wood, all in that strike. Now, the reason why we're concerned about all these elements is because according to this principle, if I have minimum 3 elements, technically I can get a knockout. If I have 4 elements, I can get a level 3 knockout. That's why we want to do what we can do to combine the element to intensify the strike. Okay? So this is all based on the element theory. Now, the next page has got the figure movements. Okay, so they're laid out there. Okay, Rishi, can you just pause for a minute? Okay, we'll just start again. So, first drill that we're going to do, we're going to be doing from punch. Okay, the point that we're going to be attacking will be liver 9, which is on the inside of the leg. Okay, now, we haven't come to yin and yang yet, but let's just talk about that for a minute. Inside of the leg would be yin. Okay, so I want to attack a yin point. I need to attack it with a yang weapon. Okay? Always have that thinking. If I'm attacking a yang point, I attack with a yin weapon. So the point we want to attack is liver 9. Wood, okay, according to the cycle of destruction, metal chops wood. Okay? So our weapon we're going to use is the rich hand, metal. Okay? So what we're going to do is he's going to come in from a forward punch. You can just go back a bit there. Okay? Comes in. We're going to do our trapping hands drill. And then from here, the hand will drop and attack into this wood. Okay? So this drill, basically on the street, it's probably not much you're going to do from here. He's going to say, okay, what's next? Okay? So this is not something you're going to end with on the street. Maybe you will continue, go from here. Now you can go back to the gallbladder. Okay? You can follow up with something else. All right? So for now, for the drill, for the practice, all I want you to do, okay, is strike the liver 9. Just think in your mind, cycle of destruction. Okay? Metal chops wood. All right? Any questions? Okay, pause. Okay, next drill is going to be from a push. Okay, so the UK is going to come in with a push, a new cross push. Now, the point I want to attack is stomach 6. Okay, which is basically on the side here. Stomach 6. Now, stomach is what element? Earth.
Yes.
So, according to cycle of destruction, okay, what penetrates the earth? Wood. So I need to strike with wood. Wood. Is there any wood here?
No.
How do we get wood? Yes, very good. Okay, very fast. Okay, we cheat. All right. So when he comes in with a push, okay, I'm going to take my hand here, tap down, okay. At the same time as I tap down, my fingers will come join each other. Okay, now I've got wood, and then basically, okay, the face is all yang, all right? Stomach is a yang meridian, so I need to attack. I'm going to be attacking with an open palm, which is yin. So I want to attack the heel. Okay, so basically I'm going to be attacking in and through to the other quadrant, the other side. All right, so he comes in, push and strike. Okay, wasn't hard. Want harder? No. Okay, it doesn't want harder. Not my fault, Grandmaster. He doesn't want harder. Okay, so anyway, when you're doing it, just do the follow through. So push, tap, and follow through. All right. Okay, any questions? Okay, pair up, do it both hands. Okay, awesome. Okay, you can do the third, which is going to be from a grab. So we did a punch, we did a push, now we do grab. It's going to be same side grab. Now basically, we're going to attack two sets of points. The first point, actually this is similar to what we did before the practice. We're going to attack his lung 5, okay? And then from lung 5, we're going to attack gallbladder. Now, if we attack here and I pull in, it causes the body to turn. Actually, can we just change the side? Okay, now watch what happens when I pull in. Okay? His back becomes exposed.
Yeah.
Okay, later on we're going to get to things called associated alarm points. Associated alarm points, which are on the back. So this is one way that I can get to these points. Okay? Because right now, I cannot get to the back. Okay? So how do I get to the back? I turn his body down at the back. Okay, so keep this in mind for when we do associated alarm points. Okay? But right now the technique, he's got me in a grab. I'm striking his lung 5. Okay, cycle destruction. Lung is metal. Striking metal with fire. Yes. So we're going to use a knife hand into his metal. Now his lung is what? Yin or yang?
Yang.
Yin. Large intestine yang.
Oh.
Lung is yin.
Oh, yeah.
Is lung is yin. So I want to attack a yin with a
Yang.
yang. Now if I go this way, yin and yin.
Yes.
So I need to actually get from the back here. See the difference? Okay. So I want to do this, and then I can get into his gallbladder. Now, gallbladder 20, okay, is a what element? Wood. Wood. So we need to, according to cyclic destruction, metal chops wood. So we need to use a metal. We use a bridge hand. So basically, this is very simple. Just grab me, strike here, and then I tap his gallbladder 20. Okay. Now, when you do it, I want you to add the water that we discussed before. Right now, we've got how many elements going on? We've got fire, we've got metal, we've got wood. So now let's add in water. So if I lift this leg, it's the wrong side. I need to lift the other leg. So I'm gonna. When you want to lift it is up to you. If I lift it now, I'm adding water into here. Okay? I'm adding water. Or I can do this first, then I can lift. Or I can lift. It's up to you. Okay? But now we're adding in 4 elements. We've got metal, fire, water, and water, wood. Okay. So here. Okay? Any questions? Alright, can you just pause? Here up. Okay. So, we know that there's 12 meridians in the body. Okay, there's 2 vessels. Okay, the vessel, the front of the body, you've got conception vessel, which is the front of the body is yin, back of the body is the governor vessel, the back of the body is yang. Okay, if we look at the arm, we've got 3 yin and 3 yang meridians. Okay. Now, one thing to start to understand the yin and the yang, okay? The yin meridians, like for example, if we take, let's say lung, starts here, goes down there. If we take heart 1 is here, goes down. Pericardium is right here, but they're below the head. Yin meridians do not go into the head. Okay? Now if I take large intestine, Okay, large intestine's on the outside, crosses over, and it's here. Goes to the head. Triple warmer, okay, on the outside, goes up to the top here. Triple warmer 23, by the eye. Okay, up there. Goes to the head. Okay, and the small intestine goes up to the head. So the head, even though it's the front or the back, it's all yang. Okay? The meridians that do not go up to the head are all yin. Okay, so for example, kidney starts down at the foot, stops here.
Yeah.
Yin. Okay, stomach goes down there, goes up to the top, goes to the head. Yang. Okay? So, liver also the same thing. You have liver 14, yin. Okay? You have gallbladder, goes to the head. Remember this gallbladder cluster. Up here, gallbladder 1. Okay? Goes to the head. Bladder goes to the head. These are all yang. Okay? And what's the other one? Spleen. Spleen starts down at the bottom and goes up to here and comes to spleen 21. It doesn't go to the head. So spleen is yin. Okay? So just remember the yin meridians do not go to the head. The yang meridians all go to the head. Okay, even though, for example, you've got stomach on the front of the body, it's not at the back, it's on the front, but it's a yang meridian. Okay, so don't think that, okay, it's on the front, it must be yin. Okay? You have to remember the meridian. Okay? They go to the head, yang. Alright, any questions on that part? Okay, so now I want to explain a little bit about yin and yang and this magic symbol here. You know, you've all seen it in Tai Chi or different things. This one might be here as well. It's Tai Chi symbol. It's got the yin and the yang. Now, this symbol is a very, sit down, please. Powerful is one, but it's the most confused symbol in the world. Okay, people think black and white, opposite, but it's not opposite. It's one, flowing. Okay, there's no on, there's no off, there's no black, there's no white. It's not two things. It's only one. And even the title, I put yin and yang. That's wrong. That says there's two. It should be yin yang. Okay? So the title itself is not even correct. So whenever you use this name, it's yin yang, not yin and yang. Okay, so think in your mind, it's just one. Alright? Now, okay, so this principle can be covered on its own. Can be effective on its own. Okay, now we're going to look at the hand for now. If you take a fist and you close the fist like this, this is a yang fist. Okay, because most likely you're going to be striking with the outside of your fist. Now, the second picture, if you keep the fingers open, put the thumb here, this is a yin fist. Okay, so, and then the next one, actually, Mark Klein, Grandmaster Mark Klein, he makes his fist like this. One finger. Yin yang fist. Okay, so this is another type of fist. Alright, now, it's okay. Palm strike, okay? We talked about striking points on the head. Head is yang. We need to strike it with a yin weapon. Okay? The reach hand is a yang weapon. We can strike it with a yin point. Okay? Elbow, for example. Okay? Let's say I want to go elbow to liver or elbow to spleen. These are yin points, yang weapon. Okay? So you can start to understand. If I want to strike spleen with my fist, okay. Can I?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
outside. But what if I want to go open palm? Can I? Sure. You'll feel something. Okay? But which is more effective? That's the question. Alright? So, same thing. Gallbladder 31. This is what point? Gallbladder. Outside of the body? Yang. Let's say normally when we strike gallbladder, we go knee. Knee is what? Yin. So yin, yang. Okay. So now you can understand our weapons. Okay. All this time we talk about different weapons. Now you can make the connection. Okay. Yin, yang. Another light bulb went on. Okay. So now we're going to go to the next page here. We're going to talk about striking patterns. Okay, now an effective striking pattern for yin and yang, I should say yin and yang, yin yang, okay, is that let's say, for example, Hasik, come back up here. Okay. Now let's say for example, okay, he did a strike, okay, and so I want to do an elbow to a spleen, okay, elbow to a spleen. What else? Okay, no. Okay, we do our trapping hands because of the punch. Okay, so I tap here into his 4 or 5, so into his yang, okay, and then I'm going to hold him here. And then I'm going to go into spleen 21. Now, right now I went yang, 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 yin. Okay? So this is yang, yang, yin. Okay? And then what if I go, like what I did with Amir, with his knockout. He came in with a punch. I blocked here into his lung 5. I tapped into his lung 1. Okay? Yin, yin, yang. That's why his knockout, very good. I think Herbert also did something similar. I think there's a yin, yin, yang. You, on the other hand, I didn't do that. Maybe that's why your knockout wasn't so successful as theirs. Because yours, I tapped stomach 25 and then stomach 5. Okay? Technically, I only followed one principle. This is attack along the meridian. Okay? So, but here I tap stomach 25. There's only maybe yin or yang and yang and maybe yin. But anyway, that requires some thinking. Okay, so anyway, that's why maybe yours was different from theirs. Okay, we didn't follow the correct system. Alright? Okay, that makes sense. So, as we do some of these other drills, okay, we're going to be looking at this yang, yang, yin, 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 yang. Alright? Okay, if we do yin, yang, yin, yang, or yang, yin, yang, yin, is not going to give us an effective result. Alright? To get the best result, we want to combine two, like yin, yin, yang, or yang, yang, yin. Got it? Okay. Alright. Something we could try. Okay, maybe Mess, come up. Herbert, come up. Or, yeah, Herbert. Okay, and then, well, let's do it here. What do you want to do? Second. Okay. Oh, Amira. This is a male-female drill. Okay? Now, basically, this is relating to energy of yin and yang. Now, basically, if I put him in a central lock, put you in a central lock, and then I fly, okay? Can't be worried. Okay, relax. So we apply the central lock. He feels pain, right? Now, put your hand on my shoulder. Yeah, you put the other one standing. What you felt more? The second one. Okay. I'm combining her energy. Combining.
Well, I have cheese, so maybe that's also another factor.
That's a factor. But it's also this male-female yin-yang concept as well. Okay? How it all works, I don't know. Ask Grandmaster Art Mason. Okay? But this is one drill that he actually taught. Okay? So, you know, if you're doing something and you're with a girlfriend or something, you know, maybe you can tell her, okay, you touch me, now I apply the technique to the person. This will work using a finger lock. So let's say I do the don't touch. So I do oops.
Same time, bro.
Do the finger lock. Okay, and then touch. So which one fell? Second one. So we won't do it now, because I don't know not enough girls. But anyway, you can try this later. Then also time wise. So just gonna pause there for a minute. Pause. Okay, this next drill for yin and yang. Okay, it's going to be from a double lapel grab. I'm just going to grab my jacket, 2 hands. Now, what we want to do is basically we want to attack yin and yang, inside and outside. We want to attack his lung on his right hand, right arm, right, and then large intestine on the other arm. Okay, now if I attacked both together, we would have a certain effect. Now, if we follow the concept of the yang, yang, yin, this is going to be yang. I'm attacking yang, and then I attack yin.
Yes.
So it means that I attack here first, and then here. I don't do it together, like staggered. So I would go here. You can feel the difference. So immediately, he lets go. Okay, you're right? So,
He's done.
okay, so actually that one's very, very simple. Now, on the street, we won't just end it there, of course, right? He lets go, now we got all these points available, we got the legs available, we got the head available, we got follow-up from there, all right? So for now, for the drill, all I want you guys to do, okay, the UK grabs, yang, yang, yin. That's it, all right? Okay, awesome. Okay, guys, the next drill that we're going to do for yin yang is going to be now from an arm grab. So my UK will grab my arm. Now, remember with yin and yang, okay? Yin yang, not yin and yang.
Yeah.
Okay? He is grabbing me with force. We don't fight force with force.
Yeah.
So if he's grabbing me and I'm fighting back, then it's the strongest guy wins.
Yes.
Okay? So for example, okay, just pass. So very easy.
Very easy, simple.
Okay.
Good breaking.
So pull back. Okay. Now if I get Raj coming in here. I'm gonna grab him. Okay. Now you pull away. Oh. Okay. So he's stronger than me.
Yeah.
So it now becomes who is the stronger. Alright? So let's just bring Rishi back. Okay, go with that now. Not Rishi, keep on Rishi. Herbert. Okay, so do the grab. Now remember from our Z-lock drill, okay, from the previous workshops, you don't go up, we're fighting. You circle. Okay? Circle makes it difficult for him. Now as we circle, now he's strong. But do you feel any strength in me? No. I'm turning strong. I'm yin. He's yang. Okay? Following that? So now I'm here. I'm just going to bend his shoulder. Okay?
Elbow.
Sorry? It's off day today. His elbow. Okay. So now when I apply pressure here, okay? Into the Z-lock. Now his body will actually become yin.
Yes.
Okay? He went from strong. Actually, okay, let's use the other hand here. Okay, so from here, if I go here, if I apply, he's actually softer now. Okay? I've got a center lock here. He went from yang. Now he's yin, now I'm yang. Now how do I want to strike him now? He's yin.
Yang.
I don't strike him, that's what he said. I strike him, yang.
And he's dead.
Right? Gallbladder 20, yang.
You
As he
hit
goes
him.
down more,
But yang got
okay, he's still yin, I strike, I yang him again.
I don't see that.
It's in slow motion. So, remember this back and forth scenario. When he's yang, you're yin. When he's yin, you're yang. Okay? Good question. Okay, so, how's that, please? Okay, we're going to continue with our yin yang. Okay, this is going to be this time from a punch. Okay, maybe just go back a bit more. And then he's going to come in with a punch. I'm going to step to the inside, and what I want to do is I want to strike his lung. Now this is, I'm striking yin. This is actually similar, actually this is the exact same thing as your knockout. Lung, lung, stomach 5. Okay, yin, yin, yang. Alright, and I can see my back foot, maybe not for the camera.
Lift the leg.
Can add water as well. So now we have 4 elements. We got metal, we got fire, metal, earth, and water. And we got 4 elements. All right. Okay. Any questions? No. Okay. Pause. Okay. So the next drill that I'm going to do is back, still within our yin yang. Okay. We're going to do it from a push. Okay. So the UK is going to come in with a cross hand push. Okay, I'm going to use my receiving impact drill. Okay, I've got his fingers right here. Okay, and then I'm going to be stepping in and applying a finger lock. Now, basically, using the concept of yin and yang, yin yang, not yin and yang. Okay, the fulcrum we go soft. Okay, so fulcrum soft. Okay, you can, shoulder starts to bend, but the lever hard. Okay, so soft, hard.
So you're controlling his height and width.
Yes, yes. Okay, understand? So now we did finger locks before. Okay, but now you can apply the concept of yin yang. Okay, so yeah, I can do it on me. So now you turn, yes, and then you go slowly with the lever, with the fulcrum. This is the fulcrum. And then the lever, you step, and you go hard. Yes. Okay? Okay, so now moving right along, and you get to colors. Okay? Colors is, for some people, will be easy, some people will be difficult. The reason why maybe depends if you're a visual person or auditory person. If you get instructions by listening, maybe colors will be difficult to use. If you're colorblind, for sure, you'll have problems. Okay. Now with colors, you have 2 types of colors. There's destructive colors and healing colors. Now what the difference basically is for example, fire, the color red is the destructive color and the healing color. And so which means that we can use the color red to inflict pain or to protect. Okay? Or we can use to heal. But another word for heal, we're going to use is protect. Okay? Either from, remember there's always 2 aspects. There's the UK and the Tory. One inflicting pain, one receiving pain. Right? So here I want to inflict pain. Here I don't want to inflict. I don't want to have pain. I want to protect myself from his pain. So I can use the healing colors to reduce the pain. Unless the guy's super big. Godzilla. Raj. Okay? No matter what color I use, it'll splat me. Okay, it's like Godzilla meets Bambi. Okay, so there's no challenge. Doesn't matter what color you use, you're dead. Okay, so anyway, it's another story. So this is how you can start to think. Okay, you can use the colors if somebody's attacking you, or you can use the colors to attack that person. Destructive. All right. So now, okay, there's two colors here, black. The nice thing with wearing black all the time, you can use it as any color as you want. It's like neutral. I can turn black to red, to green, to blue. I can make it to white. It can take any. Black, actually, technically, the reason why, black is not a color. Black is the absence, like let's say night is the absence of day. There's no light. Okay, you take away white, for example, it becomes black. White is a color, but technically, if you ask people, black is not a color. Okay, even according to Grandmaster Art Mason, in the color video, he says black is not a color. Black is the absence of light. So that's why black. That's why maybe ninjas they use black all the time. Okay, because you can use black now. If I'm in a situation, I can turn it to red. I can use the red black on me to make it red. I can use it as fire. Okay? Or if somebody's attacking me, I can make the black into red to protect me as well. Okay, so let's go to the next page. What I want you guys to do is go back to your group, your partner, and we want to do some experimentation with color to see the result. Okay? Maybe we'll get some results, maybe we won't. We don't know until we try. Right? Crazy? See it over here, please. So the first thing we're going to do is, how many groups are we going to have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I think I have enough colors. So the first thing I'm going to do is, when you guys pair up, okay, maybe just pair up now and then I'll explain as we do it. Okay, keep rolling. Everybody take a white, something white here. Got white socks, I got white shirt, something white. Socks are clean, don't worry. Okay, maybe you guys take this one because you are bigger. You've done the glove. They're smaller. Now, the idea, what we want to do is first, actually just put the white down. Apply a center lock. The Tori applies center lock to the UK. Okay? And then I want you to take the white shirt. Let's say he's applying the center lock to this hand. Put the white shirt here. Now, me, I'm the one going to be feeling the pain.
Yes.
I want to think about the white. And see if the pain, there's any difference from before and after. You understand? I want to use the white as a healing color right now. Okay? And then you, as the Tori, after you try that, I want you as the Tori, okay, inflicting the pain onto me, I want you to think about the white. Okay? You can do it in any order, it's up to you. Okay? But we want to see the different results, compare the results. Okay, then we'll do one fourth one, but I'll tell you after. Okay, so first, apply a center lock. So you have a benchmark. You need to create a benchmark. Okay, you don't need to break any bones. Okay. Once you get the yin yang, then that's good. So now, put this, you think about white. Okay, so now you got yin. Now, see if it feels the same. Hey. There you go, you got that.
Sampai buat player. Tu tangan dia tak kat elbow.
Okay.
Tak ini keluar.
But mommy has to be thinking about what.
Ini ke bawah kan.
First put it down.
Look at the color and visualize the heat.
Yeah.
Tapi sakit kat sini.
Let's go this way.
Okay.
No.
I just imagine someone
Gigi sakit.
just kidding.
yin and yang.
Wait.
Two different directions.
Try wait.
Ready? Now
Yeah.
you think about white and see if it'll protect you. So I want to see if thinking about white will protect you from the central lock. Okay, no need to apply too long.
White man.
Same.
Ayan, same.
Same? From which standpoint?
Okay lah.
Wait.
What are you doing? Come on, man. Be your best shot. Okay. Dia keras ke tangan dia?
Ambil, sini lah.
Aku tak dapat grip, tak dapat. Oh, okay.
So he's being protected.
Yeah,
ayah.
okay.
You're thinking about the white?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been recorded. Betul lah, tak apa. Betul lah.
No, I want to record. Okay. So what's the result for you guys over here?
You weakling.
That's
Kau saja. Kau saja.
Yeah, but that's what we want to achieve, less pain. Now, the fourth one I said is basically when you apply the what do you call it? The sock, the color, the white, the white. Okay, he's got me in the center lock. Sorry. So when I have him in the center lock, okay, he's thinking about the white. He's getting lesser pain. Let's say he's still got some pain, lesser pain. Now you want to strike into large intestine. That removes the color from his head. If he doesn't have the color anymore, then he'll drop down. Okay? So give that one a try as well. You don't need to hit hard. You can even just press the large intestine 10. But the idea is that distraction, the white is erased. Now pain comes back. Give it a try.
Get up. Get up.
Ready?
Okay, so what was this? This was the benchmark.
Yeah.
Okay, so now just thinking about white.
You were white. Yeah. Now.
So now apply the lock.
Kuat lagi.
So he's protected, no large intestine.
Oh, then
Yes.
knock.
Hai.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Success.
Sudah Yes, guys.
Yeah, that is a big press. The idea is to cause this pain to
Berapa pula? Tapi.
blank out the white color.
Macam lembut.
Makan dulu outside school.
Okay, so.
I will eat school. I will eat by class. By class.
No.
Kau buat apa sih?
Be,
But I will eat the end.
you should be always making your body moving. So now you think about white. Think about white.
Okay. Tapi rasa macam
Kau tak kasi aku
ibu
buat.
buat je.
Saya tak tarik kau.
Fine. Kau suka lah.
Should be more faith. Because let's maybe we're not.
Kepala kau sih. Okay.
So
Tanda.
the idea is what we want to do is
Siapa tapi?
before you're thinking about white, when I hit you, it should go to black. As it starts. Or white. Then the pain begins. That's the concept. Okay? You just cover. Yes.
Help.
Okay.
Do you
Oh ya, tak sempat nak. Tak. Kan balik.
So think about white. Okay. Think
Tak
about
boleh
white.
tulis.
You feel less pain.
Oh.
Rasa ke? Sama ya?
Okay, now you put the clock.
As a proof.
Sekarang aku tadi pukul lah.
So lock.
Put the hand.
Lesser pain. Right.
Wow. Okay.
Then
Okay je.
I want to tie everything. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, let's do one more with red this time.
No.
What do you say this now?
Eh, it's our song. This song.
Right.
It's our Christmas song. You don't get any.
So, UK, who's UK?
Ooh, Amir see it.
So now the Tory, let's do 75. Make sure you keep your teeth closed. And then, but don't push on her. And so basically, you cannot see the color. So don't think about red.
But your key's red.
That's what he will be doing. So what you will be doing is thinking about red. Applying 75. And then change. So you as a Tory is wearing red. I cannot see the red. But you think of red,
Yeah.
and you apply 75. So one person is applying 75 all the time. Okay? So he should be protected because he is now thinking of red. Remember, red is healing and destructive. Okay? Clear?
Yeah.
So give it a try. And what we're trying to see is compare the results. See the difference. Alright? Okay, guys, you can do some red here.
Shaking on that
You can just put it on your shoulder. Alright? You guys can use that. You guys can use this.
Uncle, look at this socks. Look at this socks. Look at this socks.
Okay.
So, udah tiga tengok sini.
Just
Ready?
Just stand this way so you can get the camera. You guys will get the numbers. Yeah, it's recording.
Neon.
Yeah, leave it on.
Oh!
Okay, give it a try. So, who's
Oh, tak ada dua kali.
your
Easy. Yeah.
Mira aku nak Mira.
So you
Heal yourself, mate.
Tengok Mira.
try not to put it in your view that you can see it.
Oh, you want it? Tengok Aziz yang buat Mira. Jadi Aziz nak buat kat Mira. Aziz will be doing something five full time.
When you guys are
Nak
doing
balik ke?
Now
No.
you look at the heat.
One person will be doing something five full time.
yeah.
Sini.
So now change.
What do you feel?
Aziz buat Mira pula.
Then change.
Aziz buat Mira. Okay, Aziz buat Mira.
So now you're thinking of red, but he's applying
Great one.
some
So you attack.
No. He does to you. But you want to use the red to protect you. Okay, try. Now, yeah.
Okay, dah tukar. Sedikit pening.
So now you guys see what is the difference. So when he's thinking of red, strike you, how would that feel? You need to give him some feedback.
Absolutely.
So the UK must be giving feedback.
Pening ah.
Okay? For the first time, when you are wearing red, and when he's thinking
Dah
of red,
lepas
and
dah
you're thinking of red,
dah
thinking of red, he must give you feedback. Okay, you guys get feedback?
Dah headache already.
Now and 13. Both sides of it. Both sides of it.
Okay, now we're going to get into the drills for color. The first one is going to be from a push. I'm going to have, the points we're going to be attacking, okay, we're going to be attacking lung 1. Lung 1 and triple warm is 17, okay? Lung is a metal meridian, so according to cycle of destruction, fire melts metal. So the weapon I want to use is I want to use my middle finger here, making it into a knuckle like this, that we can strike in and down. So we're going to be attacking fire into metal, okay? And then, yes, yang to yin, okay? This yang on the outside,
Yeah.
yin. And then I want to attack his triple warmer 17, which is fire to fire. Okay, remember? You want to fight fire with fire. Okay, and what else? That's it. Okay, so he comes in with the push. So remember, as he's coming in with the push, we absorb the impact, receiving impact. That turns your body. Now we're right here in line to do the strike into his lung 1. We want to basically put this finger on fire. Create the visualization. Lung, we want to go in and down, and then strike into the triple warmer 17.
Can you cheat and do the other finger like this?
We can.
Get that close.
Oh, something very important. We forgot to add the color. So,
Okay.
right now, I'm wearing red. Okay. He can be absorbing healing, but don't for this purpose.
I just imagine black.
Yes. Now, one thing we can do, we can actually just say the color. For example, red. Okay. So actually, I should be saying gray. This is gray, right? Metal's gray.
Yeah.
Okay. Gray, red. It goes back to the is it an analogy or what? But let's say everybody clear your mind. Okay, but don't think of an elephant. What's the first thing came into your mind? Elephant. Okay. So the same thing. Don't think of red. What color comes into your mind?
Black.
So basically, you can actually just call up the colors. Okay? Or you can think about the colors. You don't actually even need, the person doesn't need to be wearing the color, you don't need to be wearing the color. You don't, wait. Anybody have a red hat? Okay, now I can fight with you. Oh, wait, wrong person. Now I can fight. Alright? You don't need all that. Okay, I can just say red or gray. Gray. Anybody have gray? Can I wear your shirt? Okay. So don't think the color, you have to be wearing color physically. Alright? You can just basically gray, red, blue. You can just call it out.
What if we think of one color and we mention something else to confuse them?
That's something that but you have to keep track in your head. But the thing is, you don't need to confuse them because
we get that.
they don't know about the color.
Exactly.
Unless he's doing Kyusho, it's different. If he's not doing Kyusho, he doesn't know what the hell is it.
I said it.
Why blue? Okay.
What color is this? This is
So
like
you don't need to
art
bother. Alright, so how's there?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to continue our colors. Basically, we're going to do now from a grab. Okay, the UK is going to grab my arm. I'm going to be going into a Z-lock. Once I have him in a Z-lock, okay, I'm locking into his fire and his metal. So I'm going to say the colors red and gray. Okay, so that's going to add a little bit more pain into the situation here. And then I want to attack his gallbladder cluster, okay, 13, 14, and 15, okay. So this is wood element, which is going back to the color brown, okay. So I'm going to say brown as I do the strike for the gallbladder cluster, okay. So it comes in with the grab, red, gray, brown.
What's green?
Okay, so any questions? So now we've got going on here, we've got cycle of destruction, we've got fire and metal here, we've got two elements, now we're adding in a third element, which is wood. Okay, so we've got three elements. So technically, this should be enough for a knockout as well. Whether it's a second level or third level, it's another question, but level 1 knockout should get, all right? So, okay, Rishi? Okay, so continuing along with colors, we're going to do from a punch now. So basically this demonstration, we're going to be attacking liver 13. Okay, liver 13 is a wood element. And then we're going to be attacking on the outside of the leg. Okay, it's also yin, okay, because on the inside of the body, or front of the body. And then we're going to be attacking on the outside of the leg, gallbladder 31, which is also wood element. But yin, liver is yin, gallbladder is yang. Okay, so the weapon we're going to be doing is basically, we're going to do an elbow into the liver 13, which is going from a yang weapon to a yin point. And then the gallbladder is yang, we're going to attack with the knee, so yin, yang. Okay, so now it's going to come in with a front punch. Just go back a bit. Okay, so we're going to go from here. It's going to do our trapping hands again. Okay, and then from here into his Number 13. Now, we're going to add the color in there. There's no color brown on him, so we're going to just say the color brown. Remember, saying the color is the same thing as visualizing it, okay? Or you can tell him, okay, say brown. So you can ask your attacker to help you. Just kidding. Okay, so he comes in, Dad will hear, brown, brown. Okay? Alright? So that's it. Very, very simple. Now, one thing with yin and yang, okay? Remember we talked about having like yin, yin, yang?
Yeah.
Or yang, yang, yin? Now, let's look at what we got here. He comes in with a punch. Now I'm going here, yin to yin, yang to yin. And then here, yin to yang. So we got yang, yin, yin, yang.
That's bad.
Will that work on the street?
Incorrect.
No. But maybe when we add in here, slap to triple 1 or 5, this adds in a yang. So we got yang, yang, yin. Okay? So start to think, okay, this concept. Okay? When you're you know, doing your sparring, okay, is it following a logical flow? Okay? Or will it be effective enough on the street? Maybe in the dojo here, okay, for demonstration purposes, it can be effective. But will it be effective outside? So these are things that you have to start to throw in your head. Putting all these things together. Right now, we're using yin and yang. We're using colors in here. So the idea, what we want to do is add in as much principles to make it complete. Okay? Okay, Rishi. Okay. The next principle that we're going to get into is sound. Sound is actually a fun principle. Okay? Because it's fun. Okay? Actually, I remember, you know, when I was small watching all these Bruce Lee movies. See Bruce Lee, yeah! You know, you use the things like sound effects or special effects in the movie, but there's actually some reality to all these sounds that they're making. It's not just for just show. Okay, now, sounds, we've got two types of sounds. Like we have colors, we have destructive color, and then we have healing colors.
Yes.
Sound, we have destructive and we have healing. Guys, you can take the paper there, you're going to need it. These guys over here. Now, before we get into the destructive sounds, let's talk a little bit about the healing. Alright? Now, you know, for example, if we go back to our Tesla, okay, you remember what I said a long time ago? If you want to unlock the secrets of the universe, think in terms of 3 things.
Vibration, frequency.
Sound? Okay. Vibration, frequency, and color.
Energy.
Yes. Now, think very carefully how he worded that. He said, if you want to unlock the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Now, when you understand the English language, that means it's all 3. He didn't say energy or frequency or vibration. You need all 3. You need all 3 to make it effective. You need energy, you need vibration, you need the frequency. Okay? Now sound is frequency. Okay? So I'll give you another name now. His name is Rife, Royal Raymond Rife. Have anyone ever heard that name before? Okay? You should, because I posted stuff about this in the group. So this was a test. Now, who this man is was a doctor, and in the 1930s he developed a machine called the Rife machine, R-I-F-E. Now what this machine does, do you remember now? You can take someone's hair sample, okay? It'll analyze the frequency of the hair sample, and it will find this person, and it'll send a frequency to them For example, let's say I have cancer. Okay? Now, what he found is that by using frequency and vibration, he can tune the machine. Okay? For example, okay, if we just backtrack for a minute, you know, when you think of these people that does opera, they sing at a certain frequency, and then you can see a glass break and shatter. Okay? Rife actually developed this technology using frequency and vibration that he can shatter cancer cells and other viruses, other diseases in the body. The cancer cell will explode and then get emptied out of your system by drinking water. Okay? But this is done through frequency and vibration. These are healing sounds. Okay? The person doing the opera, making the glass shatter, that's destructive sound. They're destroying the glass. Okay? Actually, Rife, you could say, is actually mixing healing and destructive. He's actually using destructive sounds to destroy the cancer cells, which allows the body to heal. And there's no more cancer. Okay? These machines are available right now on the market. You can get a setup for about 1,000 ringgit. Okay, with the software and everything like that. All right. So this is how sounds can be used as healing. Now, for us, we're focusing on our Kyusho and we're focusing on the destructive side. So this is where we want to target. Now, each element has a sound associated with it. Okay, so we have the 5 elements. We got fire, wood. Okay, fire, wood, earth, water, and metal. All right, these are the 5 elements. So these 5 elements are connected with the meridians. Okay, so now if we look at the first one, we have ki. Now, some time ago, our Grandmaster Art Mason posted a report using what's called a mind palace. Did you guys read that report? Now, what it actually does is basically using your mind or your brain with association to remember. So, what we're going to do, I thought of some things actually that's very clever, okay, to help you remember the sounds for the elements. So for fire, if you look on your list, okay, there's 2 fires. You have fire for heart and small intestine, okay, which is at the bottom. Okay, and then you got fire for pericardium and triple warmer. So fire for heart and and small intestine, we use the sound ki. So you want to unlock somebody's heart. What do you use? Key. Use the key, right? Key to your heart. Okay? So you can use that to remember heart. Then you got to remember small intestine is right beside it. Sound is key. Okay. Fire for pericardium and triple warmer. Now, when you think fire gets very hot, right? What is hot? Heat. What is the sound? He, but no T. He. Okay? So when you think pericardium, triple warmer, you think he, because it's fire, heat, he. Now, metal, okay, we got lung and large intestine. Now, if you take something metal, I don't have anything metal here, but let's say you have a metal plate, what do you see? Your reflection. Now, what's the sound? See. Okay? So, you're looking at a metal plate, whatever it is, and C. So for the metal, C is the sound. Okay, the next one for wood. Now a long time ago, they used to wear wood shoes. So what's the sound for wood? Shoe. Okay? Is this association helping you? Now earth. Now when you think of earth, we think of Mother Earth. Yeah. Or Mother Nature as well. But usually the terminology is Mother Earth. Mother, is it male? Is it a he or her? Okay, it's a her. Woman, her. What's the sound for earth? Her. So when you think of earth, Associate mother. When you think mother, her. Okay? Now, water. Now, water is a bit tricky. Okay?
You can
Chew. Can you chew water? Actually, there's a debate. I actually Googled this.
Google how you can chew water or not.
No, well, and there's a debate. 50% people say you can chew water, and 50% say those people 50% are idiots. Okay, so how you can chew water? You can chew your food, but what is one way you can chew water?
Ice.
Yeah.
Sugar cane.
No, ice. Okay, you cannot chew gas, right? Water has 3 stages: gas, liquid, and solid. So solid becomes ice. You can chew the ice. So when you think water, you think
Ice.
no, chew. Like chew. Okay. So and then if you cannot remember all those elements, there's a fail-safe, which is Kia. Kia.
Kia.
Well, it's also like Ki, but Kia is actually for all the elements. Now, some of the drills we did before, we're combining elements together. Okay, metal and fire. So we can actually combine sounds together. Now, one thing that's very, very, very important with sound, okay, is timing. Sound timing. Okay. So for example, how's it?
Oh, shoot.
Oh, wait.
Shoot.
Okay. For Kyusho, you want to do the sound before you strike the point. So for example, let's say I want to strike his large intestine 10 or lung. Okay. Large intestine. Okay, let's say lung 5. Lung is what meridian? What element?
And earth. No.
Metal. Metal. What's the sound? C. Okay. So I would say C and then strike. Yeah, I'm gonna hurt. I say the sound before I strike. Now for tuite, it's different. Let's say I'm doing a finger lock. I need to apply the lock and then I use the sound. Now there's a sound, let's say if I want to make it go down, normally with the finger lock, it goes down, right? So there's a sound for going down, which is Q. So if let me just use this finger here, it's easier for the camera. So if I say Q, is not effective. I need to apply the lock first. When I do my fulcrum, I start to see the shoulders move. Once the shoulders buckle and move, then I apply the sound. Okay? So now I apply Q.
Oh.
You see the difference? Okay, so something else I was going to add in there, but now I forget.
So Kyusho is a combination of sounds.
No, you can add sound. Sound is another principle. Okay, but now something important to know. Okay, now I remember. Just like how we want to send energy into the pressure point, okay, while we're striking, we want to send the sound vibrations into the point. Okay, so this is going back to your visualization. It's going back to your energy. Okay, so when you're striking, let's say for example, striking large intestine 10. And we say C, we want the sound, we want to feel it going into the point. Remember, Kyusho is attacking from inside out, not outside in. So we need the sound to go into the nervous system. All right? So this is another level of visualization. All right? Okay, guys, have a seat there, thank you. And then, after a while, you don't even need to say the sound. You can say it in your head. This may be a little bit more challenging. Okay? There's other conversations going on in your head. So, oh, sorry, hasn't come back. So when you're doing sound, I can strike. I can say the C in my head. Okay? But if you're doing it in your head, you need to basically be saying it loud enough in your head to make an impact. Alright? So, but this is one other thing you can do. Okay, but so far, any questions? Now, you can combine the sounds to add the effect when you're using multiple elements. So, for example, let's say Hazik is going to grab my left wrist, and I want to strike his lung 5. Lung is metal, C, right? So we say C, and then I want to strike. Remember we did the drill just now, doing the wood. Okay, going back to gallbladder 20. Gallbladder wood element. Okay, we got our metal cycle of destruction. Metal chops wood, but the sound for wood, shoes. Okay, so shoe. So we can see shoe. Now we can say, did you see my shoe? You can make a little story, make a little sentence out of it as well. And he's going to be thinking, what the hell? I didn't see your shoe. But he'll be, already dazed to realize what happened to him. So you can add these little creative things into your techniques, okay? But see and shoot. Okay, you need to go like what I said about timing. You cannot just say see, shoot. Okay, you need to have the right timing. Okay. Okay, any questions? The vessels have a different sound, which was ah. Okay, and then so the universal sound is kia. So if you're even attacking multiple points, go kia. If you don't remember the metal and the wood, you can just use one universal sound. Okay?
IKEA.
Yeah, IKEA. Okay, so any questions on sound? Questions? Okay, so we'll pause there. Okay, so I got my UK here. We're going to continue with sounds. The first drill will be from finger lock. So basically, just take your finger. So remember what I said. When you apply the sound, you need to apply the technique first. Because for tuite, you need to apply the lock. When you see the shoulders buckle, then you put the sound. Okay? So the sound direction. Now we have metal and fire in our hand right now. Now we can use kia. Okay? We can go down. We can do our stepping kia, and then bring it down. Or we can use Q. Okay? Q basically is a sound for down. Okay, what's the sound for up?
Show.
Shoot. So show. Show. If you want to bring it up. Alright? So when you pair up, you can experiment with the different sounds. Alright? So, any questions? So, I want you to experiment, alright? Saying the sound before you apply the lock and after. Let's see the difference. Alright? Okay. Okay. So the next drill is going to be from arm grab. Okay, we're still under sounds. Okay. So my UK is grabbing my arm, single-sided grab. Now I want to attack his lung meridian. Could be either lung 5 or lung 6, whatever it may be. Doesn't matter. Lung is a metal C. Okay. So when we attack here, we're going to use the sound C. Now lung is yin or yang? Yin. On the inside.
Yeah.
So I need to attack with a
Yang.
yang. So what weapon should I use? It's a bit hard.
Back.
Backhand. Use a knife hand, but remember, if I use a knife hand, I need to get the outside for more effectiveness. All right. So we can step in and then we say see. Okay. See his face. Okay. So very simple. Now that's part 1 of 17. Okay, so this time what I want you to do, okay, when you say the C, before you say the C, I want you to lift your other foot. I want you to add water to see the effect. Okay, so yeah, hold on tight. You need to be yang. Hold on tight. Sit. Okay, which one felt more? Second one, of course. Okay, any questions? So first time, C. Second time, add water.
See ya.
Effect. Okay.
See ya. See ya.
See you soon.
Yeah, see you soon. See ya.
Rishi? Okay, so we're going to continue again. This time for my UK will be from a push. Sorry. So he's going to do the same side push. He's going to push. Okay, it's going to be receiving. I'm going to do my receiving impact. Now my target, large intestine 18. Large intestine is a element? Metal. Metal.
Fire.
Target.
And
Cycle of destruction.
Fire.
Okay, very good. Cycle of destruction.
fire.
Fire melts. Metal. Now, sound. C. Very good. So basically, he's coming with a push, and I would do my C. Okay.
And think of the color too.
Okay, let's not have too many things inside. Okay, keep it simple since we're doing sound. Okay, say. Okay, breathe. All right. Okay, nice. Okay, so we're still working with sounds. The next one will be from a punch. Now, this will be a punch to an arm bar. So we're going to do our trapping hands, and then we'll go into an arm bar. Now, the point that we want to attack is triple warmer 12. Triple warmer is what element? Fire. Okay? Fire.
Water.
Sorry?
It's a fire.
Yang. Yes, correct. It's yang. What weapon should I use?
Water.
No.
Weapon.
If I want to use water, I gotta get my glass. Okay, I can use a knife. Okay, I want to use yin. Okay, but for now, what do you say? Yeah, I like that. Good. We want to fight fire with fire. So I'm gonna use my triple warmer to his triple warmer. Yes, lots of triple warmers. Now, triple warmer is on the outside. Remember, triple warmer, pericardium is together. So what's the sound? It's very hot. Heat. Yes. Okay, think heat. Heat. So he comes in with a punch. I go to the outside and I say he. And he will not. Okay, so let's just go back a bit more. We're in the frame there. Okay, so he comes in with a punch. Okay, I do my thing and go, hey! Okay. Alright. Okay, thank you. Alright, so we're still working with sounds, alright? This is going to be from a double lapel grab. Okay, my UK is going to grab me. We're going to be attacking several points, actually 2 points. One will be large intestine, 10 on the outside of the hand, or the arm. Large intestine is metal, right? Metal. Going back to our cycle of destruction. Fire melts metal. So I'm going to be using my, what do you call this, pinky hammer. So this is fire. So fire into his metal. Now, metal, what sound? C. Okay, the bear there, C. So we would go C. This will loosen his grip a bit. And then the next point we want to attack is stomach 6. Stomach is earth, mother, earth, her. Okay, and
Wood.
wood, earth.
Earth, wood.
So we need to attack wood.
Penetrates wood.
Yes, we need wood. How do we get wood?
Go outside.
Cheat. No, we don't. It's 2x4. Okay, so there's a lot going on here. We need to go here, and we need to join our fingers together, and then we need to go in for the strike using yin. So yang, yin, yang. This is going to be a yin on the inside of our hand here, kind of. So a lot of yin and the yang going on here. So now we got see, right?
Yes,
see
see.
and her.
Her.
So you can say, did you see her? Oh, I told you I wasn't going to go hard. I just apologize for that. So he's thinking, I didn't see anybody.
Stars. I see stars.
Okay. So, any questions? Okay, Rishi. Okay, now alarm points, okay, is actually a bit of a complicated thing, okay, to incorporate alarm points into all the other principles. Now, alarm points, you find the usage in Chinese acupuncture. They will use the needles at alarm points. Excuse me, because alarm points go direct to the organ. All right, this is very important to remember. Okay, so you want fast effect to the organ, you use the alarm point. It goes direct. Okay, heart meridian will maybe go here, go here, go here, go here, and sooner or later we'll get back to heart. Okay, but if I hit conception 14. That goes straight to the heart. There's no going here and everywhere. All right. So let me just bring the chair. So, for example, lung. The alarm point for lung is lung 1. If I strike lung 1, there's instant effect to the lung. Not the lung meridian, the lung itself. It'll also have effect on the lung meridian. What it'll do, it'll activate the lung meridian on the left side and the right side. So meaning that, let's say if I wanted to attack lung 5, okay, I can tap lung 1 first. Now it means the lung meridian is awake. Okay? It's awake. It's ready. It's expecting something to happen. Okay? So we can strike it. Now, so let's say for stomach 25. Stomach 25 is the alarm point for the large intestine meridian. So if I want to attack, let's say large intestine 10, I would strike stomach 25 first. Or let's say, for example, I want to attack large intestine 20 or large intestine 18 just now. It was with you, right?
Yeah.
I did large intestine 18. Okay? So to make that more effective, I would tap the stomach 25 first. And then strike large intestine. Okay? And the effect will be more. Okay? Now, so in your notes, you've got, remember our pressure points, we have certain directions to strike. Okay? So stomach 25, where is it? Here, you would strike down. You won't like go up. You would just say tap it down. Okay? Now, the point that we're attacking here, okay, for example, large intestine, if I want to strike large intestine 10, this is metal, this is a yang, what weapon? Fire. I use a fire. Knife. Can I use a knife here? I will use the weapon for stomach. So stomach is earth. Earth, we use, let's say, like that, slap, tap. Okay, use the palm. So keep in mind that there's an interrelation between the alarm point and the meridian point, but each point must be strike according to the way they should be strike. Does that make sense? Okay, so like I said, okay, let me give you another example. For example, spleen. Spleen is liver 13. Okay, well, anyway, those two are both yin. Let's look at heart. Okay, heart, conception 14. Okay, so conception 14 is right here. I would strike it in and down. Conception vessel, these vessels are different as well too, because they don't follow the metal striking. Remember, we have slapping, vibration, penetrating, grasping. It's not really an element like the other ones. It doesn't follow the elements. Okay, so that one is it's not a good example either. Okay, anyway, just to make it simple, just remember whatever you're attacking, the weapon is for that point, not the other point. Okay? Any questions? Okay, so let's go to drills. Okay, can pause here for a minute there, Rishi. Okay, so we're going to get into the alarm points. The first drill will be attacking heart, 4, 5, and 6, down at the bottom of the head. Heart is fire element, so we want to attack here. The technique we're going to use is going to be basically from a hand grab. I'm just going to grab my hand. I'm going to bring him into a Z-lock, from a Z-lock to a center lock. Now, the alarm point for heart is conception vessel 14. So what I want to do, I want to tap. We can strike, but for now, I want you guys just tapping. And then the direction that we need to tap will be down. Okay, in and down. And then, press like 5 times already. Your heart will go out to the other side. And then heart, remember, unlock the key to your heart. Okay, so we need the key. So we're going to put key. Okay, and then inflict the pain. So let's try it again. So he grabs me. I go to my Z lock, which is going to now to a center lock. I can go here to apply some more pain. Now he's going into yin. I press his heart and kick. And then we can get a good little effect. All right? Okay. Awesome. Okay, so back to the alarm point still. This is going to be a second drill. We're going to be attacking stomach 6 or stomach 5. You can attack stomach 5. Okay, now what we're going to do is from a grab. He's going to grab my lapel. From the grab, I want to attack his. Either I can attack his lung or his large intestine. Since his hand is here, I'm going to attack his lung meridian. Lung is metal. Okay. Metal, the sound for metal is C. So we're going to have the sound C. And then before I go for the stomach, I'm going to tap his conception vessel 14. 12 is the conception vessel for stomach because we want to add the stomach. Now stomach is an earth element. Earth, the sound for earth, her, Mother Earth, right? Yes. Her. So we can add in, did you see her? Okay, but we're not finished yet. We need to make this a little bit more complete. Him. Okay. His earth, stomach is wood element. Okay, so, earth element. Earth, wood, penetrates the earth. So I need to attack with wood. How do I get wood? Chi. Okay. So what we're going to do,
Okay.
comes in with the grab. I'm going to strike his lung.
You see?
See. Say, did you see
Her.
her? While I'm pressing into here. Okay, so any questions? It's very clear, very easy. So we're following cycle of destruction. We're following sounds. We can throw in colors. We've got yin and yang because the here, lung, yin, attacking, yang. The conception vessel direction, we're going in and down, and then the stomach 5 is a yang. We're going to be attacking with a yin with two-way action. Okay? Okay, thank you. Okay, so moving along, the next point we want to attack is large intestine 20, okay, which is to the side of the nose. Now, we're going to do this from a grab. He's going to grab me, same side grab. Now, I'm going to go with the grab to a center lock. From the center lock, I'm connecting to his large intestine 10 here. Now, I'm going to press into his large intestine 10 because I want to use the first principle, attack along the meridian. Okay? So meaning that I'm going to be attacking large intestine 10 and then large intestine 20. Okay, that's 1. And then 2, when I attack large intestine 10 here, gain is mental. So sound for metal is
C.
C. And then large intestine 20, same thing, would be C. Okay? So, did you see C? Did you see C? Okay, so from the grab, we're going to go up and attack into his, okay, we missed 1 point. We're going to be pressing into his stomach 25 for the alarm point before we attack the large intestine 20 on the top. So the first point, we don't need to press into the 25 yet. Now we got C. His eyes are squinting already. And C. Okay, so that's a little tempo there. Okay, tempo means you stagger the striking. Okay, and I was just giving you a chance. Okay, so this will be drill number 4 for the alarm points, the front alarm points. The next point that we're going to be attacking is going to be gallbladder 1 on the side of the eye. This also, you need to be careful with this point because very close to the eye. This area very fragile. You can cause a lot of damage to the eye. Okay, so for the practicing, just pass through. Okay, so basically this is going to be from a front punch. So from a front punch, he comes in. I'm going to do my trapping hands to the outside. Now I'm going to be tapping into his gallbladder 24, which is here. I have to tell sometimes. Okay, down here, gallbladder. We're going to be pressing in and down, and then when I press in and down, I'm going to be pressing his hand down. Now his face is open. I'm going to do a backhand hammer to his gallbladder 1. Okay. Now gallbladder. Okay. So what element?
Wood.
Wood. Okay. Who said fire? Wood. Okay. Wood is correct. Now wood.
Metal.
Forget about cycle of destruction, but think of sound. What's the sound?
Shoe.
Shoot. Okay. So what we're going to do when he comes in, I go tap, down, shoot. Okay. So we're not going to press. I'm not going to stretch the eye point. Okay. Any questions? Okay. Proceed. Okay. This is going to be the last drill for the alarm points for the front of the body. Then we'll go to the associate alarm points. The point we're going to be attacking will be spleen 21 on the side. Okay, spleen 21 here. Weapon we're going to use, because it's yin, we're going to be using our elbow, which is yang. Okay, and the alarm point for spleen is liver, liver 13. So basically, this is going to be from a front punch. So my UK will come in with a front punch. Maybe just go back here. So I want to keys here. Okay. So from here, I'm going to do my trapping hands again. From my trapping hands, I'm going to tap into his liver 13. Once I tap into liver 13, I'm going to step in to spleen 21. Okay? And then spleen is what element? You can tell me? Spleen? Or dictionary here? Kyusho dictionary? Encyclopedia? Herbert?
Earth.
Yes, very good. Okay, so earth, mother, earth, earth, sound. So we can add the sound in now. So he comes in with a front punch. Okay, I do my trapping hands. I tap to his liver. Okay. He's still okay. All right. Okay, Rishi. Right? Okay. So next thing that we want to cover are the associated alarm points, which are located on the bladder. Now, sorry, one thing I forgot to mention. Okay. I studied how to check. With the alarm points, there are two sides. Okay? Right? We have two sets of points, two sets of meridians, right? Okay? But the associated alarm points are on one side. Okay? Bladder has two sides here, but they're on one side. Okay? So if I tap over here, there's not the effect as tapping over here. Now the concept works the same, okay, as the alarm points. We tap the alarm point first, and then we tap the point that we want to attack. All right. So each point, okay, you have a certain direction. Okay, most of them are down. I think only for the small intestine and large intestine here at the bottom are up. So let's say, for example, liver is the alarm point for, bladder 18 is the alarm point for liver. We would strike bladder 18 down. Okay. Bladder 25 is the alarm point for large intestine. Now this actually can be done up or down, two directions. Okay. Bladder 27 is the alarm point for small intestine. This can be hit up or down. Okay, but the other bladder points, they have to be a certain direction. Now, do you guys remember bladder 15?
Which one is it?
Bladder 15.
Yeah.
Why? Why do you remember?
Isn't it healing?
Yeah. Healing?
Healing someone from breathing problems?
Breathing? You guys are embarrassing. Sorry? Revival for? Heart. Okay.
It's breathing.
Oh, I didn't know.
Breathing is lungs. Remember 3 revivals? Head,
And
heart, lung. Okay. So, okay, thank you, Herbert. So, bladder 15 is the associated alarm point for heart meridian as well. Okay. So, we're going to get into a few drills right now. Any questions? Okay. So you can pause there. Okay, so we're going to go to the second drill for the associated alarm point. The point that I want to attack is on the back of the arm, triple warmer 12. So that means we need to attack, we need to tap into bladder 22. Okay, bladder 22, which is the associated alarm point for triple warmer meridian. So we're going to do from front punch again. It's going to come in. I'm going to do a front punch to an arm bar. Now, when I have him in the arm bar, I have actually maybe just go this side. Can I try it again? Okay. So from here, the back now is open. Okay. So I can tap down to his bladder 22, and then from here I can strike into his triple warmer 12. Now,
fire.
Fire.
Almost
Fire with
heat. Yeah.
fire with fire.
Water is fine.
Trying to get to the weapon.
Oh.
So we're going to use, we can actually use knife, okay? That would work. but we're going to use triple warmer 5 to his triple warmer 12, fire on fire. Okay, and then triple warmer, it's on the top here, remember? So triple warmer is hot, heat. So it's going to come in, I'm going to go to my arm bar, tap down, hit! Okay?
Heat is down.
Alright. And pause. Okay, so we're going to do the drills for the associated alarm points. Okay, the first one that we're going to be attacking, the point we want to attack is gallbladder 31, okay, on the side of the leg. So, if you look at Chip here, the associated alarm point for gallbladder is bladder 19. So basically, we need to be able to get to his back in order to tap bladder 19 in and down before we can strike gallbladder 31. Now, we're going to do this from a front punch, so he's going to come in. Now, remember when I told you when we did our trapping hands, you don't really want to go to the side, you want to go to the back. So from here, I can get access to his back. Okay? And then, what's available right here? Gallbladder 31. So gallbladder is what element? What's the element? Wood. How can you remember all these? Okay. So wood. Sound for wood? Shoe. Okay. So when we do the knee, we're going to say shoe. Yes. Okay, so he comes in with a punch. Okay, we do here. Okay, and then, okay, she steps some more. Okay. So from here, I tap in and down his bladder 19, and then shoot into his gallbladder 31. Okay, can you get that knee on camera? Okay, just go back to it. Okay, so let's give it a try. So he comes in. Here, shoot! Okay. Alright, guys, compare up. Try. See. Okay, for the third drill for the associated alarm points, I've got 2 UKs here. Basically, I'm going to use this. Oh, come in. There. So, UK number 1 will be grabbing UK number 2. So go ahead and grab. Lapel grab, double arm grab. Now, this is my friend, Raj. Okay, this is the other guy, Amir. Now, I want to help my friend Raj get out of this scenario. So what we're going to do, what I'm going to do, I'm going to be attacking stomach 9 and 10 to bring him down. Now, stomach, the associated alarm points for stomach is bladder 21. Okay, bladder 21 located about halfway, okay, right about here. So I'm going to be tapping in and down on his bladder 21. Then I'm going to be pressing into his stomach 9 and 12. And because he's a little bit taller than me, I'm going to kick into his bladder 40 to make it easier to bring down. And then we'll bring him down. Now, stomach is what element?
Stomach.
Earth. Yes. Earth. Mother Earth. What sound? Earth. Okay. So see how easy it is to remember the sounds? This mind palace. So now, as I bring him down, I'm going to say her. As I bring him down. Okay. Maybe come down a bit more here, guys. Need some more frame. So, you guys do your thing. So I see my friend being attacked, Raj. I come back to Amir. I press down into his bladder 21, press into his 40. Hurry! And then we bring him down. Okay. Alright. So now I'm going to get into no-touch knockouts. Okay? This is interesting part of Kyusho. But remember, Kyusho and no-touch knockouts actually is not connected. Okay, it's indirectly connected. All right. no-touch knockouts mainly is with energy. Okay, we're using the Kyusho points. Okay, the in and the out. But our Kyusho basically we strike, physical, contact, touch, strike. Okay, knockout. Okay, that's Kyusho. So with no-touch knockout, it's a little bit sidelined. Okay, some people talk about it negative, positive. That's another story. But what we're going to do is I'm going to explain it, and then we're going to try it as well. Now, what is happening when you do a no-touch knockout is basically what you're trying to do is using your energy, okay, to disrupt the energy in another person's brain. Okay, in essence, what you want to do is maybe turn off the nervous system to the brain. Okay, for a short enough time to cause a knockout. Now, when you do no-touch knockouts, the recovery is the same process, but sometimes harder. Okay, so that's something we need to keep in mind. But at the stage we're at now, I don't think we're going to be doing a full no-touch knockout. You know, drop somebody down that we need to recover. Okay, but what we want to do during the learning process is get the person dizzy. Maybe that's the most you're going to achieve, is get somebody dizzy. Now, the basic setup is basically we're going to practice up close. To do a no-touch knockout at a distance, to have the energy to project to someone, it takes a lot of energy. It takes maybe years to build up that energy level. So don't start practicing from a distance. Okay. Now, the first thing we're going to do is actually start with your chi ball. You can put your hands together, get the energy flowing in the chi ball. Okay, we did this before. Now, what you want to do is from the hand up here, put one hand up and another hand down, using two-way action. Maybe you can do it further apart, maybe you have to be close, depends on your level of chi. Okay? But you want to twist, doing two-way action, and you want to be pushing down the energy. Go slowly, and you should feel it on the other hand. You should feel it turning. Can you guys feel that? Sure? Okay. You feel it? So this is what you're building up. Now, I'll call up Firzana. Let's go. Or anybody else want to volunteer? Anyway, I'll use her. Because we did a no-touch knockout attempt during the week. We had a good result, right? Okay, so I'm going to stand here. Okay, maybe from here. Maybe the angle here. Now, the concept, what we're doing is we want energy to enter in through gallbladder cluster, 13, 14, and 15. And then this is the energy coming in. Okay? And then the energy coming out will be coming out through triple warmer 17. So triple warmer here. So the other hand will be down here, coming out through triple warmer 17, and primarily into these fire and metal fingers. Okay? So we want the energy coming in and going out. Now, one thing very interesting is that these 2 points, what are they? Yin or yang?
Yang.
Yang. So we're using yang points. So the energy going in, we want to use yin energy. Now the difference, we can also use yang energy, but the difference with yang energy, it's a more aggressive energy, okay, and it has effects on our body. So what we want to do, we want to send yin energy, because yin energy is more in abundance. Okay, we can take it from anywhere, and we can use it for a long period of time, and there's no effect, negative effects on our body. If I'm using yang energy, I'm going to heat up my body, and it's going to heat up my organs. There could be a long-term effect, especially if I'm doing it many, many times. Okay, so right now, I want to start focusing Now, one thing very important when you're doing these no-touch knockouts, you need to visualize the end result. Okay? So remember what we talked about when we're doing our energy? You need to visualize the energy going in. You need to visualize, especially with the knockouts, you need to visualize the knockout. Visualize the person dropping to the floor. Okay? So right now, we want to visualize the knockout. But visualize the energy flowing in. Take a while. You can take 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes. No balance? Okay, okay, let's start then. Did you feel anything up here? Headache. Okay. The recovery for the no-touch knockout is actually the same as our head and lung and heart revivals. So we use the wake-up nerve to wake up, and then pull energy from the back. So same type of recovery system. What was happening with your balance? So she said when she closed her eyes, it's as if she wants to fall down, but she was trying to standing up. How's the headache? Better? Okay, thank you. So whether this is successful or not is another question. Okay, but it takes practice. The success rate basically 2 factors. One, how much your chi is developed. Okay, that's one. And then your belief system. Whether you believe that you can use energy to do a knockout. Okay? If you don't believe, then you won't be able to do it. If you believe, then you can do it. Alright? So, any questions? Let's see if I've got everything. So the only thing I didn't cover is actually, which I didn't really apply much on her, but when we're doing the twisting on the top here, I said we're going into the fire and the metal figures. Now, after a while, when we feel that we have connected to her frequency for her brain, we want to, what's the word? Cross these 2 fingers. Basically crossing the circuitry in her brain. Crossing the wires. Okay? When we do that, that should implement the knockout. Okay? So I didn't really want to do it on her because I was afraid. We just need to bring her back. But anyway, when we did it earlier, where is she? Okay, so she's lying down. Okay, well, we did it a few days ago. She said she felt like a bullet or something came into her head. Felt like pain right there. Okay, so keep practicing with that. Okay, good pause. Okay, guys, the next thing I want to teach you is bending metal with your chi. Now, basically, this can be done. We've seen it done on our chi training videos. That's actually from our month 9. And so basically, what we want to do, you can do this with anything. You can do it with right now you're gonna practice with a paper clip because it's small, but you can go to bigger objects later, like spoons, knives, whatever it may be. So what you want to do is basically create your chi ball. Okay, get the chi flowing. And once your ball is good, solid, then put the paper clip in between your index and thumb on each finger. This finger we use because it's our fire finger. This one is metal. This is metal down here, water. But this is fire. So what we want to do, we don't want to think of this as being like a solid metal object. Okay? So what we want this to be, what we perceive it to be, is basically vibrating photons. Okay, this is what we're thinking in our mind. It's not just metal. Everything is actually molecules and photons and all that. So what we want to do is we want to visualize this being photons. And then what we want to do is basically have the energy flowing, let's say from our right hand, flowing through and activating all the photons in this object. Okay? And basically vibrating it, and vibration produces what? Was it? Yes. Okay. I was thinking, is this physics or chemistry? Can't remember. It's a long time ago. Okay, it's chemistry, right? So vibration creates heat, right? And so what we want to do is vibrate it, so it generates heat, and then it'll heat up, the metal will heat up to the point that we can just easily bend it. You don't need to use any effort to bend it. But before it reaches that point that you can bend it, it may become very, very hot that you're going to drop it because you don't want to burn your fingers. Okay? If you reach that stage, it's already very good. That means your energy is very good and very strong. So what you have to do is basically, in your mind, visualize these are all vibrating photons that you're heating up, and just let the energy flow from one side to the other side. Visualize the metal bending as well. So use your middle fingers. Middle finger. This is your fire finger. Okay, anybody getting it warm? Most likely where your fingers are, you can feel it a little bit warm. Maybe not hot, but warm. But this type of drill, you can practice once or twice a day, no more than that. And then about 2 to 3 minutes, maybe, or 2 to 5 minutes maximum. Don't sit there for like 1 hour watching television and, doing it for 1 hour. You're gonna yang yourself out. You're gonna create a lot of internal problems to yourself. Okay, so you can practice this, and then it may take you a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, but after a while, you'll be able to bend it. How you can apply these things? Anything dealing with metal. Let's say you have a screw that you're trying to take out, it's stuck, rusted. You can actually vibrate the rust, let it all drop out, and then you can open up screws very easily. Okay, the guy that we learned this technique from is a mechanic. He uses it when he's repairing cars. Sometimes there's some parts very tight. He'll use it to heat up the part and be able to loosen it out very easily. So, but you can use it at parlor tricks. You go out to a restaurant, you can bend their spoons. Make sure don't let them see you. Okay, so you can put that away. Or let me pass them up here before they end up in somebody's foot. So if you guys have paper clips like these at home?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can just take one and practice and then see what happens after a few months of practicing. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna do a no-touch knockout. We're gonna do an alarm point knockout. It's the first time doing an alarm point knockout. The setup for this is basically I've got my UK here. You can stand on the mat. It's okay. Just watch out. It's going to be coming in from a front punch. Okay. Before that, the final attack point is going to be large intestine 18. Okay. Large intestine is a metal meridian, right? Metal. If we look at our cycle of destruction, okay. Fire melts metal.
Yeah.
So we're going to be attacking with our fire hand. Now, if we add in, let's say yin and yang, okay? So this is yang point. We need to attack with the yin, okay? So we're going to attack with the inside of our knife hand, okay? And then metal is a, what sound? C. Okay, so as we attack here, we're going to use the word C. Now, other things that we're doing here is some of the principles. Right now, we've got body mechanics involved here for our direction when we're stepping. We've got alarm point. Okay. Alarm point. We got yin and yang. Okay. And what's the other one? Cycle of destruction and sound. Okay. Now, energy transfer. We're transferring our energy into this point. Okay, that's one. And then quadrant theory. As we're striking, we want to strike on this side through to the other side. So actually, we've got seven principles. Okay, that we're just doing in this one knockout. Alright, so he'll come in from a front punch. So I'm going to do my trapping hands. Okay, so from here, I'm going to tap into his stomach 25, which is going to activate his large intestine meridian. And then I'm going to bring this down. That opens up the outside that I can go in for large intestine 18. Okay? So if you guys just stand around here, in case it goes back. Or okay. Any mistakes that I make?
No sound?
I gave the wrong sound. Okay. I said height. Should be C. Okay, so you want to try again? Okay. Sight! How does that feel? Okay. This, I would say, is a level 1 knockout. He's got mind disruption. Okay? Didn't go into the ground. Going to the ground would be level 2. Okay? But it's still a knockout. You can just see the facial there. So he's okay there. Okay? So you can see going very, very quickly. You don't know what you're going to say. So instead of saying C, I said height. Okay? Watching too many Bruce Lee movies. Alright, so that's her alarm knockout. Thank you. Okay, this is an alarm point knockout. The Tory is Amir, UK is Raj. Okay, go ahead. Actually, explain what you're doing first.
Okay, I will do a straight punch. I take the belly, and then I hit the golden 18.
Large.
That is 18. Right? So, okay. Oh, C.
And remember, striking through. Striking through.
Then this part, we see.
It just sounds like you're going down, but you're going through. Okay, let's give it a try again. C.
Yes.
Okay, that's better. But the end, don't stop. Just go all the way through. Okay, now let's change. Okay, you cut. Yes, good. Okay, this is a alarm point knockout. Okay, we've got Hazik is the Tory, Mira is the UK. Okay, as you explain.
Okay, the UK is gonna punch, I'm gonna do the tapping hand drills, and I'm going to strike, stop it, 25.
Right.
25, in and down,
Now,
and then I'm going to use the bridge hand,
that's
to,
a knife.
a knife to strike large intestine 8.
So that's. Mira, go back a bit.
Okay. Ready?
Is that right sound? C. It's a karate sound. It's not karate. Okay. Okay, Mary? Try it again. One more time, let's see. C. But you can see when you're going in full, you don't know what's going to come out of your mouth. So it takes a lot of practice, the sounds. Okay, ready? Just no need to explain. Just go ahead.
C.
Yes, recover.
Jangan buka sakit. Tapi beli lah.
It's okay, just massage.
Sini. Tahu. Tapi
Okay. Okay, ready. Okay, it's the alarm point knockout for Raj. Okay, he's our Tory. And Amir is the UK. Okay, guys, go ahead. Go again.
See. See.
You didn't hit. Hit the guy.
What did you see?
He won't break, don't worry.
Heavy.
Okay, try again. C. Why are you afraid to hit the guy? Never mind.
C.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Can you do the recovery? Match. Okay, massage the neck. Okay, that's a good attempt. First time. This is the alarm point knockout for Mira. Mira will be the Tori. Hazik is the UK. Okay, go ahead.
So I will be tapping into Hazik's stomach 5. At first I will be doing the trapping hands. And then I'll be tapping into his stomach 5 and striking his large intestine 18. Okay, so ready? 1, 2, go. Hey! C. Okay, again.
Yeah, it's again a karate sound. Okay, must be related. Okay, again.
C.
How do you feel?
Actually, here.
Feel okay? Okay. Okay, that's good, guys. Okay, this is an update on my daughter from the no-touch knockout. She's been resting and having a small minor headache, maybe as the result of the no-touch knockout. So she's sleeping right now, taking it easy. Okay, it's a no-touch, I keep calling no-touch.